and with which he has enjoyed such success. What's Remco Evenepoel going to be able to do in Lombardia, and what is Tadej Pogacar going to deliver? Again, we're about to find out. 241 kilometres of the final monument of the year, the race of the falling leaves, animated from the flag drop by the American national champion Quinn Simmons of Lidl Trek. The attacks have begun, Matt.
They certainly have, and this is one of the teams that's got a lot of strength in depth. Flag to line coverage, but they are motoring it in there, aren't they? You can just see, just look at the body language. They haven't anywhere near settled into a rhythm. A little bit of meerkatting there from Pello Bilbao, just having a look at the situation, and frustration clearly on the face there of Quinn Simmons. Just looks a bit cheesed off. Why aren't you working again? He's got to be careful not to get overly frustrated. You do burn energy doing that, but it's a bit frustrated, a lack of cohesion.
He's getting information. All right, this is what happened. There's Kuss on the right. Good pinch point. Where does it start? Just looked at it. It's almost inexplicable for Kuss there. Oof. Undignified, and
yeah,
that's pilot error, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it just looks like a little bit of harsh braking. Just went over the bars. It didn't look as if he made contact with the rider in front, but just braked a little bit too heavily and went straight up the handlebars. Just a
little spot of that pink jersey. Can we see it? Pitcock, we understand, is down. I'm quite sure where that happened, but
it's just on the outside of that bend. Yep. Just see it's slightly blurred, but they've picked them. Yeah, there we go. Pitcock is, he's up.
He's got a teammate with him who's might have gone down as well, or hard to see. That was Milan Vardar.
It looked like Vardar had gone down as well. That's a great shot, that, isn't it? As the bells toll, Quinn Simmons takes a swig, wipes his brow, and they drop it. The descent starts and it kicks up again, so they descend for only about 600 metres. The road then climbs again for about a K, and then we start the descent. We shall see.
He's got a good, smart racing brain on him as well, Oscar, for a young rider.
He's got a really quick finish as well, as we know. He's finished it off in the small groups on multiple occasions.
He's got a British teammate up the road, rider 175. Björn Kudd.
Yeah, he rode his first Tour de France as well this year.
He did. So over the top of the next climb, the second significant climb of Lombardia, they go. And on very well placed, as has Remco Evenepoel, up towards the front.
There's Healy coming up as well, so the adjustment's been made. He's just making sure.
Yeah, that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Can't happen again.
Yeah, just again, just investing a little bit, just to move up a little bit, get himself in place. 3.7 Ks to go to the top, and then we've got another drop off. Yeah, this crests out at 705 metres. We drop down to around 300 metres before picking up again.
Thinking about how the race played out in the early phase last year, when we had a lot of very significant and important riders willing to attack and teams to play that card. We didn't really see that this year. And now you're in a situation, you know, fairly close to the finish line by Tadej Pogacar's terms, where... So, Red Bull on the left-hand side of the road there.
Oh, it's Hindley. Jai Hindley is...
Now, what's happened to him? Cofidis are on the front. There are the Red Bull riders coming around. That's the spot there. He's just slipped out, hasn't he? And gone down very hard. Slammed into that curb. That's a painful, painful crash for Jai Hindley.
I hope he's okay. That's the last thing. He's back up and running. Gritted teeth, though. Our American champion, Quinn Simmons, decides to move clear.
Well, he's tried on the descent of the previous climb, and now he's trying on the ascent of the Passo della Crocetta, the longest of all the climbs in Lombardia. Not a pure climber, Quinn Simmons, just a very, very strong all-rounder.
Yeah, he certainly is. And clearly feeling pretty confident.
Oh, hello. Ben Healy.
Yeah.
Dropped. Not his day, Ben Healy, so that's one of the really significant potential dangers for Tadej Pogacar and Remco Evenepoel, out of contention by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's had a long season, isn't he, to stay focused.
His Irish teammate there looked round. Healy wanted to wait with him and try and get him back, and I think it was a little shake of the head from Healy, so Ryan goes back into the bunch and Healy's dropped.
Yeah, there we go. Over the top for this man, and his gap over the poles. It might come down a little bit because, of course, they've got 1.5 kilometres still to ride, but that's a pretty solid advantage to take over the top. 63 Ks to go.
As well, having done his job for Remco Evenepoel, as Michael Matthews is the penultimate rider to be caught. And Rafa Majka, in his last ever hour of racing, takes it up. The great Polish domestique. retiring after today's race, which he wants to contribute now with the company of Jay Vine and Tadej Pogacar to another outstanding victory for the outstanding Tadej Pogacar. But because of who they are, we don't often get to see Isaac Del Toro and Tadej Pogacar race together, and when you see them side by side like that, and Rafa Majka gets a salute from his team leader there as he signs off for the final day in his career. Rafa Majka is done in terms of competitive racing. He'll ride to the finish and he'll enjoy it, or try and enjoy it, as Jay Vine then not in the same capacity. And there we go, 36.6 kilometres to go. And how often have we seen that before? This time there's not even a semblance of a reaction from Remco Evenepoel. He has learned that he doesn't try and respond to Tadej Pogacar, who is in full flight already, ripping the head off this race. 5.4 kilometres from the top of this climb, and in an instant, he was gone.
A single day. Oh, and Simmons is now gone, and Pogacar's still seated.
I don't know if Pogacar even knows that he's dropped Simmons, but yeah. I mean, that's no concern of his. He offered Simmons the opportunity of a ride there, but Simmons just could not understandably hold the wheel for very long.
No. Look at the support from the Tifosi as we head towards, well, not quite the top, still the best part of 2 kilometres still to go for this man. And this is where the road starts to get even steeper.
Yeah, Simmons maybe losing a second or two all the while to Tadej Pogacar, but there's no disgrace in that. Look at that time gap though, it's rock solid at 30 seconds between Simmons and Evenepoel, which is astonishing. In the meantime though, well, this was the expected sight that will have...
World. Oh, Carapaz
down in the distance, yeah, ahead on the roads. Richard Carapaz, that's a bad crash as well. Gone right into the rock. Hope he's okay. Bike in the air, ungainly. He's doing a good descent here. Not lost much at all, if anything, to Tadej Pogacar, as we get slightly more accurate time gaps, and stores under a little bit of pressure now.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a gap that's opened up. I wonder if Evenepoel is just smelling the possibility here of riding away from the Australian. He's only one set of rainbow bands short of Merckx as well. So one by one, the comparisons are becoming ever more ringing.
Yeah, looking at the courses we've got for the next couple of years for the World Road Race Championships.
Give him the next two.
Simars will just give him the jersey and have a battle for second and third. And I'm sure a lot of other riders would agree. He is incomparable on this, the level that he's at now.
Just looks around, double checks, and now
he's through the gate already. How quick is this lad going? I thought, oh, he's bound to. He's just eating this climb. There's afternoon tea, isn't he? He really is back on it again.
Well, this is one of the most magnificent finales of any bike race in the world.
Yeah.
The Città Alta di Largo Colle Aperto in Bergamo. Years later, Pogacar does it all again. A clenched fist, his season is over. A season once again of total perfection. The winner of 3 monuments, like Eddy Merckx, and only Merckx has done before him. A man who finished on the podium of the other 2 that have eluded him. In his hungry chase for history, Pogacar writes another extraordinary chapter. It's a 5th consecutive Lombardia for the ultimate 5-star rider. Tadej Pogacar signs off in 2025.